So I'm Daniella Segal, and I'm Strategic Alliances Manager at Meta, and I mainly work with third-party apps, so it's very exciting. I can see what people are building and creating every day. So I'm going to speak a little bit about Meta, mainly about the application that people are building, augmented reality and virtual reality, and where we see it all heading. So a little bit about us. We are an 80 people company and we are hiring. So if you're interested, come and talk with me after. Our company is led by Meron Privitz. We have people like Alan that led the project Tango, Professor Steve Mann, that is an advisor and the father of wearable computing. We built the first personal headset computer. We secured $23 million and we sold over 1,000 headsets. So a little bit about the evolution of information tools. So we started with a stone and tablet, and then we moved to computers and phones, and where we think we're heading is kind of telepresence and the ability to do work remotely and in a very immersive way. So this is our first device. This is the Meta One Dev Kit. It's an input-output device. We have Unity SDK, so we spoke about Unity. It's a great way to also develop with our glasses. It's a see-through device, so if you tried the virtual reality headset, augmented reality headset, I can see you. It's fully transparent. We have stereoscopic display, 3D audio, and depth and RGB sensors. Another very exciting things about Meta is that we have a gesture recognition, so you can work with your hands. A little bit about our applications. We see three main pillars. The first one is around collaboration, and it's kind of the ability for us to work together, although we are in different places. The second one is your ability to take panels and pieces of information and anchor them on any surface, wall, anything that around you. And the third is around 3D files or design or models and the ability to work around them. So just some examples. This is, for example, the 3D model that I just mentioned, and this is a 3D car that you can actually, with your hands, scale and rotate. On our dev center, we have the Meta Preview application that's been created by Meta, and this is kind of your library for 3D models that you can grab and rotate and resize and also use voice control. You can also upload your 3D files and just imagine how you can work with them. Here you see it kind of in 2D, but when you put the headset, you see it in 3D and you can actually play with it.
Question. Does it support animations as well?
You can upload your files. Can I continue because of the time and we can take questions after? Okay, awesome. Then
it's not a hard rule.
Okay, I'm trying.
But I think questions will wait till after.
Yeah. Awesome. This is an application that was built by one of our third-party developers. He wanted to take architectural buildings and kind of put them in different environments and kind of play with it and see how it's going to look like if you put it in different surfaces and places. So this is really exciting. This application developed by a team from Canada. First, you can see it's transparent, so you can see everything that's around you. This is a great application in the educational field and a way to learn anatomy. First, you can see kind of a little bit about the gesture that I mentioned. So you see the slide and point and grab. And we see various applications in the field of education, from anatomy to chemistry, exploring atoms in space. What is also really exciting is, again, you cannot see it, because here you can see it's a monitor or like you see it in 2D, but with the headset you can see it in 3D. A great way to learn, and you can just imagine how it's going to keep evolving and how we can keep learning in the future. It's really exciting. It's also, thank you Tal for reminding me, when you look at, as you can see when the guy moves his hands, you can still see the different objects anchoring to the table. And we also have a marker tracking that you can use. This is a medical simulation that's been developed by a team from Stanford. And what is really exciting about it is that first, when they work or when they study, they work on those simulations rooms that are really expensive, and the dummies that they had is like a fit white male, and all of a sudden they can have patients from different ethnicity, different background, male, female. They can also kind of do their training everywhere. They don't necessarily need to do it at a hospital, and you can just imagine, and we have research that support it, that like those training saved lives. Also, those very sophisticated simulation rooms you can find only in developed countries. This allows developing countries also to do those training, and the cost actually is dropping down, so saving life with augmented reality, which is exciting. Another thing that we see a lot of, another field that we see a lot of interest is inspection and logistics. You can just imagine that all of a sudden when you wear this headset, you have hands-free. You don't need the tablet any longer or your phone, and all of a sudden you can see everything. And we have a company that actually developed that if you just point your finger, you can see if this is the object that you look for just by like a red dot or a green dot. So pretty simple and exciting. I mentioned a little bit about the telepresence and the ability to kind of see different pieces of information. So just imagine that you don't need any longer, you don't need many monitors around you. You can just take the piece of information and put them on the wall. So just imagine how we can save from like a sustainable development, ecological point of view. All of a sudden, if you work in software, if you know developers, they never have one monitor. Now you can work with kind of one monitor and put all your tabs all around you. So I guess that you all watch Star Wars, and there is a scene when you see the computer graphic of Princess Leia. So you're gonna first see the scene from the movie, and then you see what one developer built in a few hours of work, like holographic Princess Leia. So this is the CGI, which we just discussed about it. And this is the 3D holographic Leia that's been developed in a few hours. So we're changing completely the future of design, and of course you just saw we can have a lot of fun. You don't see the face of the lovely lady because this is our future next gen device. So we cannot show it right now. And a little bit about the market. I'm guessing that you're all familiar with this research by Digi Capital. And this is what we are very excited about. You can see kind of where augmented reality and virtual reality is heading. Also, you can see what it's kind of needed to build augmented reality headset, from hardware to software, apps, ecosystem. It really takes a village. And here's a little bit what we're seeing, and also kind of what Digi Capital showed, that virtual reality is focusing more on entertainment, while augmented reality is focusing on utility. And this is what we're really excited about, that we can see augmented reality in kind of every field. And I think if you right now think about it, you can see how augmented reality can actually make your work easier and enable different kind of things in your environment. So where are we going now? It's we're going to show you a piece from a workshop we did in London, and we had like a after-school program. And after the developers kind of built their applications, we invited the kids to come and try the applications. And you're going to see this kid's very excited. he's saying, "Oh, I'm so excited to try it," and he puts the headset, and he kind of very naturally, with no guidance, interacting with the holographic and with the digital information. And what is very special about it, and this is what we're very proud of, that we're building something that is so natural and intuitive, and it's work the way your brain is wired to think, and you can work with it so easily without any guidance. So as you can imagine, there's many things to do and many creative ideas, and we're only really scratching the tip of the iceberg. Thank you.